Hi everyone. So in my past videos, I've talked about measuring our success by checking in with yourself. So in today's video, I thought we'd get practical and I'll talk through exactly how you can do that. So it's the 4th of Jan and this is day 18 of my daily video challenge. My name is Dhanusha. I am a coach for high performers who are done with the burnout and ready to realign with purpose, lead with clarity, and grow sustainably. So today I thought I'd try something different, and I have my notes on my phone as opposed to just keeping them somewhere on my screen. I find that helps me reduce the filler words, but it also creates a challenge as to where my eyes look. So let's give it a go and see how this comes out. Okay, so to put things into context, so for many of us, and this is certainly true for me all the way through my 20s and for most of my 30s, we measure our success through external things. The challenge that poses is that we also then attach our self-worth to these things or having achieved these things in our lives. And it could be things like your job title, where you live, the house you live, or the size of the house that you live in, your level of income, the nice flash car that you drive, maybe an expensive watch or an expensive handbag, the influential people that you know, and validation from others. Now, I'm not saying that there is anything wrong with any of those things. They are there to be enjoyed, and we should naturally aspire to enjoy the best that life has to offer, as long as you're enjoying them for the experience and how it enriches your life, as opposed to using it as a measure of your self-worth or value. So where it becomes a problem, as I said, is when we start measuring our value and self-worth and we start comparing ourselves to other people. It results in us giving away our power. The comparison is unrealistic and it's unfair to us. And it's not a real or suitable reference point from which we can gain any constructive information to facilitate our growth. So suddenly you'll find that you're chasing someone else's highlight reel and burning through mental energy on negative emotions that might come up for you. Things like envy, jealousy, maybe frustration, maybe some anger even. And all of that focus on other people will drain you and pull you away from living your own path. And the reality is, when we get to the end of our lives, none of these external things or people are going to be there wishing for our well-being. It's simply going to be ourselves, our thoughts, and how we're feeling in that moment. So if we haven't built a life based on our own internal happiness and attracted real connections to our lives by living out our values, then we'll feel an emptiness and a loneliness inside, no matter how shiny our lives might look from the outside. Okay, so how do we shift our reference point inwards? Consider for a second, what's your current reference point? Is it something external, or does it come from a place deep within? The first step to looking inwards is to identify what's most important to you. We're talking about core values. Just keep it simple and brainstorm a list of words that represent the things that are most important to you right now. It could be things like family, freedom, creativity, adventure, financial independence, peace, connection, vitality. Shortlist your top 5, and if you want, you can combine 2 or 3 together if it makes sense. For example, freedom and autonomy might go hand in hand for you. And once you have your top 5, just write a short statement that describes what each value means to you in your own words. It's not a dictionary definition. If you are thinking about the values changing, that's very normal. Your values will naturally change as you grow and evolve as a person. And just recognize that what you're doing now is just a snapshot at this point in time. Okay, so then the next step is to assess your alignment and the sustainability of your actions. So look at where you are putting effort into your different parts of your life. It could be work, relationships, finances, community efforts. And for each area, ask yourself, is what I'm working on moving me towards my values or moving me away from my values? And is what you're working on further enriching your life with these values, or is it draining your life of those values? So if I share my top 5 as an example, I have freedom and autonomy at the top of my list, followed by creativity and diversity, peace and presence, connection and giving, abundance and vitality. The first 4 guide how I live and work, and the last one is what I'm building towards. Prior to 3 years ago, when I was still in my corporate job and thinking about reflecting on the cost that it was having on me and thinking about change, freedom, peace, and presence were just aspirations for me. I felt stuck. I was drained by the stress. I felt a real fear about the change, having to give up the stability and security that came with my current job. And I did notice that I stepped into victim mentality, just thinking about pursuing something different, because all I knew was what I did for my work. I didn't spend time building any other skill set. So however, once I clarified what was most important to me, that became greater than the fear, and I was able to find my courage to bring about the change that I desired to create. So what we've just done there is to realign ourselves with purpose, reconnect with our big picture, and checking in on whether our efforts serve us in living out our values, or whether it's just a pursuit of more shiny things. The next step to this is to do a daily check-in practice, checking in with yourself. It's about taking a regular and intentional pause and just tuning into your current inner state, physically, mentally, emotionally, and energetically. This will keep the pursuit of your goals sustainable and will help you prevent burnout. As we work on our goals, we may get hyper-focused on the outcome that we're chasing, and that'll make us blind to the things that we experience, the tension, the stress that we might feel, the little internal struggle. They're all signs of some kind of misalignment, and this check-in will help you tune into those and do something about them. So here's a simple daily practice that you can do. It'll take 3 to 5 minutes perhaps. The first step is always to create a nice space for you to take a pause, right? So you can do this when you're having your morning coffee, during an afternoon break, or maybe the last thing you do at the end of your day, just before you go to bed. Find a nice comfortable place to sit down and just go ahead and close your eyes. Take 3 deep belly breaths. Breathe in through the nose for a count of 4, breathe out through the mouth for a count of 6 to 8. Just nice, gentle breathing. There's no need to force anything. Once you're done with that, just return to your normal breathing patterns in and out through your nose, and just focus on making your exhales slightly longer and slightly slower compared to your inhale. Take 5 to 6 of those sort of breaths just to center yourself and be ready for this exercise. So once you're ready, just say to yourself mentally, I am checking in with myself right now, and go ahead and ask these questions. You can either reflect on them in your head or write them down somewhere in a journal as the answers come up to you. So firstly, start with, what's my headspace like? What are your thoughts telling you right now? What's happening in your head? Are your thoughts focused? Are they scattered? Or are they being very critical of you? The next question is, am I aligned with my bigger why? Next question is, how is my energy right now? Are you feeling fired up and ready to go? Are you kind of neutral? Or do you feel low in energy, low or drained in energy? Next question is, on a scale of 1 to 10, how sustainable is the current pace with which you're pursuing your goals? Are you going too hard that you think you might burn out at some point? Or are you going too slow that you can actually pick up the pace and have a bit more urgency? Or are you just at exactly the right pace for you? There's no right or wrong answer. You're just doing a quick self-check-in. Ask yourself, what's working? And what's draining you? And then shift to, what emotion is most present in you right now? Once you have that emotion, ask yourself, where do I feel this in my body? And then finally, what do I need most of right now? Is it rest? Is it to draw boundaries? Is it perhaps to celebrate a small win? Or is it to make some kind of minor adjustment to your goals? So once you have answers to these, just pick one small thing to take some kind of action to help you move forward. For example, if you're feeling drained, maybe you just need to prioritize going for a walk in nature or go to bed early. If you're experiencing a fair bit of self-criticism, you can think about what's one thing that you're proud of to shift your mindset. If you're feeling misaligned, think about whether there's a goal that you can tweak to reduce that intensity. If you're feeling anxious or stressed about a goal, maybe that goal is too big. Try to break it down into smaller goals so it feels a bit more achievable, a bit more realistic, and you don't have to try and eat the whole elephant, as they say. One small bite at a time. Okay, so with this entire exercise, the biggest thing to remember is just to be kind to yourself. So leave any judgment out of the picture. Observe whether there's any negative self-talk that's coming in, and just put that aside, right? You don't need to judge yourself. You don't need to treat yourself badly. Be supportive. Remember what I said in yesterday's video, you are your number one supporter, or maybe it was a previous video. All you're looking for here is to notice any kind of misalignment and then taking some steps to bring yourself back into alignment. You're showing care for yourself. The faster you're able to get back to alignment, the faster you're going to be able to achieve your goals. Okay, so that check-in will turn pursuing of your goals from a daily grind into something that honors your journey. And give it a try. You can take as little time as you like, even if it's 1 to 2 minutes. Even if it's just one of those questions, just check in with yourself and see what comes up. And if you feel comfortable, drop a comment below and just let me know what comes up for you. Okay, so that wraps us up for today's video. If you've watched this far, thank you so much for being here, and I shall see you tomorrow.